bike feels very stable downhill, really stable. Just pushes you to get that more speed. Kidosh. It's a lot of fun downhill. That's uphill is a bit tiring with this bike, but again, downhill, amazing. It's a pity that this test track is not actually technical enough to properly test this sort of full or like long suspension bikes.
Yeah, because
and you cannot actually get up to speed here anywhere, but yeah, you get like some sort of feel. Ah, that's a cute kitty. Do you like bikes? Ah, no, she does not like bikes. Ah, you are cheating.
no, it's half at the moment.
Ah, it's only half.
Yeah.
How much does that thing weigh?
22, 23.
Okay, so after my track remedy, this actually feels that the front wheel is much more forward, although the cockpit itself does not feel that long. And here is the little pump track section, which is actually pretty interesting. Right. It feels really stable, although this is not anyhow sketchy track at all, but I still feel that I have a lot of confidence. I actually really like this bike downhill. It actually does very well. Okay, that was not planned. One of the pedals is very tight on this test bike, and it's impossible to unclip. So the final verdict for this bike is that if I would really only ride enduro trails very fast, or maybe even the fast downhills, this would definitely be the one that I would really want to buy. And as it is also pretty environmentally friendly, this is for me at least, it's very big plus to get this sort of bike, as it does not stress the environment like the carbon fiber frames do. And this is the next bike I'm testing. That's the Canyon Spectral CF 9.0. So this is the carbon fiber frame, and it actually feels really light. I'm not sure exactly how light it is, but I would assume that it's about 13.5 kilos, maybe, yeah, something like that. And yeah, it definitely feels, I have ridden a little bit on it already, and it definitely feels lighter than the Pole does. But again, this is, I guess, a little bit different machine, easier to climb, I would say. In comparison to Pole, Spectral feels somehow more nimble. I do not think that this is a good thing on the fast descents, because there you need all the stability that you want to get from the bike. But again, just on the low speeds and climbs for having fun, this is a bit, I guess, better. And here you can see the superiority of the electric bikes on the climbs. I would actually say that this bike feels pretty much similar to my Track Remedy, which is quite fun in a way that Track Remedy is 26er. How does this feel in comparison to the Montracker that you tested?
I'd say it's a bit more nimble. It's a bit easier to handle, and on the uphill it's easier to pedal. I'd say.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because of the carbon frame, or maybe the geometry is not as slack and aggressive. So this is more of an all-rounder, I'd say.
Yeah.
With this you could go on just conventional trails.
Yeah.
As well as some downhill, more technical stuff.
So this is much more of like do-it-all bike. If you want to have one bike that does everything, you do occasional lifts, or like go to the bike park right there. Oh, then that's the one to get. Again, on the descent, I instantly feel that this is not as stable as Paul. This is nowhere near as stable. So yeah, on the descent, Paul wins hands down. This is much more sort of shaky, but yeah, I guess I think for the Central Park in Helsinki, this is also like, this is very good. So is Spectral now a winner for you?
Well,
so far?
If thinking about my next bike, this one has a good, really high chances to be the one. Maybe not carbon frame, maybe a bit too expensive, but definitely Canyon can deliver good value for the money they charge.
Yeah, I think these bikes that we are riding currently is about like 4.5–5 grand, but again, these are the almost like best components that you can get. But yeah, although I'm actually surprised that I have the aluminium handlebar. Now, as I went with this bike a little bit more, I would say that it's a little bit too much like forward oriented. I'm not sure if this is because the handlebar is too low, but it feels somehow quite short. Actually, let's make a comparison. Artem over there, he's riding M size. Artem, let's swap the bikes, and I would like to try M size.
Absolutely.
And you can try the S1. Actually, now I feel much better.
Really?
Yeah. So like this is like 170, or like I'm 170 and this is M size, and I feel that I'm much more like inside the bike, and the geometry is much more somehow suitable for me. So what we learned from here is that if you are 170 centimeters high, it's better to probably have M size instead of S, or at least I feel much more comfortable on the M size. So this is my next test bike, and this is Trek Remedy 8. I'm a little bit biased towards Treks because I own Trek myself, so we'll see how that will feel. And right from the start I actually feel very comfortable on this. I'm like so used to the Trek geometry over the years of riding that this feels like, yeah, like my bike actually. I would say that this is not as nimble as Canyon, but I think it's a good thing. I feel it's actually really easy to climb on this. It's very stable. And this was actually the first bike that I made through this mod. So this bike costs about 3,000. Okei. Kiitoksia Pari. Onks käynyt mitä uusia reittejä ajamassa itse?
Täällä.
Eikö näihin niin kuin mun videoihin perustuen? Mä teen just sen takia, että mä yritän vähän motivoida porukkaa ajamaan
Kesällä mennään syötteelle.
Okei.
Ja sitten poropolkua ajettu, Hangoskin ollaan käyty,
No niin.
Tahkolla ollaan käyty, Evokissa ollaan käyty.
Hei, hienoa. Nyt säkin pääsit kuvaan.
Joo.
Oh yeah, I would say that this feels exactly right. This is nimble, but at the same time it is so fun downhill. Actually, yeah, I'm a Trek fanboy probably, but this is, and Trek by the way is not paying me anything to promote this product, but I just feel that just feel that it works very well. Woo. Amazing bike. All right, yeah, for sure, hands down, this is the one out of all of them that I would get, and 3,000, not that bad. How do you like Kona?
Oh, it's surprisingly good actually. I didn't expect anything special, but it's a very solid bike.
Okay.
I felt quite confident in it.
Is it better than Canyon Spectral?
Well, I think it's a bit slacker, which gives a bit of an extra power on the descent.
Yeah.
So maybe for a more general use I would still go with the Canyon.
Yeah.
But if I was to progress more to enduro style, this sounds like a weapon. It looks like a weapon.
What about Helsinki Central Park? Would you get the Canyon or would you get the Kona?
Canyon.
Canyon, okay.
Because I'd be sick and tired of climbing with this one.
Okay. How do you like your Canyon?
I really like this, but this is the top end model.
Okay.
The new Canyon is heavier, but because this is the top end model, it's really light.
Yeah.
But like you have to spend a lot of money to get a good Canyon, I think.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
So,
And this is like five grand or something?
yeah, this is Texel carbon frame 9.0, so it's probably 5,000 euros. When most people buy the 2,500 euro model or 2,000 euro model.
Yeah, this is the next bike I'm on, and it also comes from Trek, and this is the Powerfly model. So as you see from this gauge, it has a Bosch motor in it, and this is a hardtail. I have never ridden the hardtail that would be with the electric motor. Alright, as this trail is uphill oriented, so I will be getting much easier up the hill. And yeah, turbo mode is ridiculous. I would say that the lag on the motor is quite long, so I would not myself probably get this motor. It feels really interesting. It's actually surprising that I could not do that climb on this bike. So it feels different, and it's not as playful as the. Oh, shit. Yeah, it feels actually heavy, so it's a little bit harder to control. Yeah, for the trails like this, I feel that the full suspension bike would probably be better as an electric bike. Yeah, it's definitely not designed for this sort of terrain. The fork feels quite divey somehow. Or maybe it's short, that's why. Yeah. And there you can see what this bike can do. I'm actually quite scared of going fast downhill with this bike. Yeah, that is definitely not as stable. This bike is more designed for quite easy trails. I do not feel very at home on it, on these like very muddy and a bit sketchier places. I don't know what is wrong, but it does not give me power anymore. Very interesting feeling when you ride on this, and it's quite hard to get fast, like over I think 20 kilometers an hour, because the assistant stop. Let's try a different line. This bit. Yeah, this line is a bit better. I would say that this bike, or these kind of bikes, they make a lot of fun, a lot of sense when commuting, but when going on this kind of trail, I don't know, I just don't feel that it is as fun, in my opinion, as the normal trail bike that you can just like throw around and play a little bit with it, and yeah. I'm actually a bit wondering who this bike is made for and like what is the purpose. Well, you can probably ride a little bit like gravel roads on this, but for the gravel roads this will be probably overkill. Again, when you go to the ordinary trails which have some roots in it, I did not actually feel that confident on this bike, because it's heavy and yeah, I don't know, handling is a bit sketchy, because I guess because of the heaviness, and even like the ordinary, I don't know, Remedy or ULX, you go on it and it's so much easier to get through the technical sections. Maybe there is a learning curve to this bike, or like to the electric bikes in general, you ride them a bit differently and so on. But yeah, for me, this bike is definitely a pass. I'm not sure like why I would buy this.